What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of Transfer Reactions. I'm your host, Shegu. And today, guys, we're going to be jumping on the news about Alejandro Garnacho to Napoli. I think I've seen this news coming up. Definitely, I've not seen it from reliable journalists, but I just felt it's important to set the record straight concerning that potential move of Alejandro Garnacho to Napoli. I think, first of all, I'm not in support of that move, clearly. I think it would be a mistake. And I think I sat down and I just thought, okay, this is a potential move to Napoli. I've said it on the podcast why I feel the likes of Garnacho, the likes of Rashford, even though Rashford is a special case, why they might struggle under the Amorim system. I said, so I just felt, okay, let me just sit down and analyze the pros and cons, why we should keep Garnacho, why Manchester United should consider selling him. Let's compare the two together. And I feel, even though there were a lot of negatives in his game currently, I don't think the negatives are as that much as the positives. So, guys, let's drop right into it. The cons and pros of keeping Alejandro Garnacho at Manchester United. I think the first thing is, one of the things that plays negatively is the fact that the new system, I think the new system, as I've said it many times here, when we analyze Amorim's new system, that this system doesn't need high-flying wingers. Instead, this system needs inside forwards. And so Garnacho needs to forget the way he wants to play and must have to do a lot of adaptation to be able to play in this Amorim system. And I feel he just has to adapt if he wants to stay, really. Because this system demands inside forward. This system demands wingers or forwards that move in. I think that's why Ahmad is perfect, because Ahmad is good for that system. Ahmad is someone that can move to the wings and also, move in, invert in. And I think Garnacho should be able to do that. Garnacho should be able to play as an inside forward. That's the first point. The second point, really, I feel is game. Garnacho, with everybody, Man United fan has seen this in his game, but I think he needs to improve on his general play. I think there's a lot of selfishness in his game, and I know that this is not a thing of surprise for a young talent like that. This is not a new thing in Manchester United when you have young talented players who have selfishness in their game. It's always there. But I think this can be solved. That's why I don't think it's a major red flag. I think this can be solved by the right coaching and by the right guidance. Next, I think another thing that could be a con to him, also relation to what I said earlier, is his ability to want to be a Ronaldo wannabe. And I think wanting to be a Ronaldo wannabe would just make it that you try to want to score when you should have passed. And that's why I like the game against Arsenal in the FA Cup, where he decided to pass to Bruno Fernandes. I think he just needs to, at this level of your career, you need to just be a team player, even though you need to be a team player all the time. But what I'm trying to say is, you just need to be someone that, does the basics and does the basics well. What you need is assists and goals, whichever way they come. Don't be so much focused on scoring goals and having massive celebrations, and I feel just drop the weight of wanting to be a Ronaldo player, wannabe, and just focus on your own game. I feel it will help him in good stead in order of passing, in order of crossing for other players to score. And I think in his coaching, in his guidance, this is my opinion about him. In his guidance, in his coaching, I think we all saw what Bruno Fernandes and Eric Ten Hag then said about his attitude, and I've also seen the way he carries himself. First of all, I believe he's a confident young boy. I believe he's a talented young boy. But I think one thing that accompanies confidence sometimes, if you're not careful, is that attitude, that attitude, that being difficult to deal with. And I feel this might even be one of the reasons why they are considering, one of the major reasons why they're considering letting him go. But now I'm coming to the pro. I think this is a fantastic player. I think Garnacho is a fantastic player for Manchester United. This is a player that, is a player you just want to keep. This is a talented boy. I think what he needs, two major things he needs guidance. He needs to learn the game. And I believe Amorim is a perfect coach to teach him that. He's a young coach that can relate to him better and teach him that you need to understand the game. Cristiano, that he's trying to model this game after, also did not start the way it ended for him at Manchester United. He started he had to learn the game. I think there was a time where we had legends like Les Opposcos, Patrice Evra talking about how that Cristiano was so much focused on dribbling and showboating instead of playing the game. So he had to learn the game, and I think Garnacho needs to learn the game. I know the advent of social media. I know the focus of fans and the world on Manchester United, it makes the pressure too much on Garnacho. Every single mistake, we take note of it. Even though I know he makes a lot of mistakes, but I feel we should give him the time, and he has to learn the game. He has to learn the game. That's why I've said it on the podcast. I am for keeping Garnacho. I'm for also getting an experienced competition for him. There's someone that can play, even though the player I had in mind, reports are saying is going to Paris Saint-Germain, that's Kvaratskhelia. But I feel we need someone that can act as a starter, that can be a starter while Garnacho comes in and have his moment. I don't think he's ready to play as a consistent player for Manchester United. Even though I know even within the new system, the likes of Bruno Fernandes, the likes of Ahmad already the two number 10s. So I feel he can come along from the bench, and he just needs to learn the game. Really, he needs to learn the game, and I think he needs to drop some attitude. And by learning the game, also he needs to know that the high-flying winger system always wanted to hawk the touchline, always wanted to push toward the touchline, might not be what you have to do every time. Sometimes you have to move inside as an inside forward and string those passes. So it's a really tough development curve for Garnacho, but I think it will help his game. I think it will really help his game, and I can see him being a success at Manchester United. I just hope that it is a tactics to let the players know that there's no one that cannot be sold. I just hope there's no truth in that news. I hope there's no truth in that news. I think the big boys of transfer news have not yet confirmed it yet, even though we are hearing talks from Napoli personnel, but I feel it will be a mistake. I feel you just can't afford to sell him. I think it's going to be a big mistake. So guys, this is my opinion on the potential move of Alejandro Garnacho to Napoli. I know you have your own opinions about it as usual. So please just drop your comments in this comment section, and please don't forget to like this video because I know you like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to share. We have many transfer news coming up to you, many reactions coming up, so stay fixed to Vertical Football. See you next time. Bye.